Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here, and we are back with another video as of today. I'm recording this the day after the draft. The draft was completely insane, and I gotta be honest, this was one of the biggest surprises to me. We're gonna be doing a Scottie Barnes Toronto Raptors rebuild. Now, don't get me wrong, I think Scottie Barnes is tremendous. I think he is gonna be a very good player. I think he does kind of fit like a Ben Simmons type role. I could definitely see him playing the point guard position. But I just didn't really foresee him going 4, especially with Jonathan Kuminga still on the board and all of these other very solid players still on the board, like Book Knight and some of the other players. So I really didn't see, and even Suggs, I really just didn't see him going higher than Suggs or Kuminga or even Book Knight, in my honest opinion. But that's what we're going to be doing today. We are going to be doing a Toronto Raptors Scottie Barnes rebuild. So, for the team options, the only one I truly want to bring back is just going to be Chris Boucher, just because he has been very solid in real life here. We want to offer the qualifying to Gary Trent and hope he ends up accepting it. I don't know if he will or not, to be completely honest with you, but I think I'll actually just go ahead and offer him a deal here. We'll give him about 12 3/4, a little bit more than what he had, and then I think we should probably look for a center of some sort, just because. But who would I even want? Maybe Bobby Portis. I could get Thad Young from the Bulls, Rashawn Holmes. Honestly, let's go ahead and try. We'll try for Jared Allen. I don't know if we'll have enough money to bring him in or not. We'll try for Jared Allen for now. I don't know. I'm sure they probably match it. No. So we actually just got Jared Allen on the team. So I think that's actually huge. Now we're kind of looking at Malachi Flynn. I don't know if David Johnson will play. He did get drafted this draft last night, but I don't know if he will end up playing or not. We do have Van Fleet, we have Gary Trent Jr., we have OG, we have Siakam, Boucher, obviously Scottie Barnes, who we're doing the rebuild around, and Jared Allen. So very solid young core here. I like what we have going for us, but I do think I'm going to change the rotation I can't until I get to the end of the free agency. So we'll look at player progression here. Lots of green. We have a lot of young players. We have no reason to be regressing right now. So we'll go to the training camps, and we'll send some of our young players to untapped potential. I'm going to do auto-generate the rookies, just because I don't know if there will be a solid Imani Bates draft class yet, and So we'll send Jared Allen to untapped potential, and we will send our man Scottie Barnes to untapped potential as well. Puts him up to an A-. Just gives him that much more of an edge. So they want to run Elfrid Payton. I would rather not, in any stretch of the imagination. And they want to play Elfrid Payton over Scottie Barnes. There's no shot. We're going to run we'll have the CPU rebuild the rotations. We have 9-man here. We'll run a 9-man. We'll put Gary Trent at the starting 2. We'll put Van Fleet starting at point guard for now. We'll have, I think Chris Boucher would be a solid 6-man still. But I do want to play Scottie Barnes, of course. He is kind of the guy that we're rebuilding around, of course. So I do want to play him a decent amount of minutes. So let's go ahead and do it like this. Let's cut. We should have probably got a second center, but let's get David Johnson some minutes. I'd rather get him minutes than Elfrid Payton. I don't foresee Elfrid Payton being a thing here for very long, but for whatever reason, 2K drafted him for me. So we will go ahead and disperse these minutes here just a little bit more. We'll go 28 to Boucher. We'll go 28 to Barnes. We'll go 24 to Barnes. We'll give 20 to Malachi Flynn. 13 to David Johnson. I know it's a little ugly right now, but I do think that it's going to be a solid rotation. Very good young core, and I truly think it's going to only get better. The only thing is I want to take a look at the salary cap real quick. So we have Siakam locked up, Van Fleet's locked up, Allen's locked up, OG Anunoby's locked up, Scottie Barnes obviously locked up. So we will have to sign Chris Boucher, so we'll have to keep an eye on his numbers, see how well he performs off the bench. But if he puts up, 13 and 8 again, I will probably keep him. I don't know if I would want to keep Tony Bradley. I really don't think I would. Then we would obviously have to re-sign Gary Trent Jr. since he did take the qualifying last year. So maybe we could move on from him, run maybe like a Malachi Flynn, Fred VanVleet, Scottie Barnes, Siakam, Boucher. No, because I still want to keep Anunoby in the starting lineup. I don't know. We'll have to see whenever we get there. So I'm just honestly going to send till the end of the year, and I'll see you guys there. So the first season is wrapped, and we were actually really solid this year. Jokic does end up winning MVP. Rookie of the Year goes to Evan Mobley. DeMar DeRozan, Sixth Man of the Year. Jonathan Isaac, Defensive Player of the Year. And Cole Anthony, Most Improved. So, wow, Cole Anthony puts up 24, 4, and 5. Oh, my goodness. Coach of the Year goes to Willie Green. Dylan Shaw goes Executive of the Year with a 69 and 13 record. Definitely can't argue with that. I don't think we'll have anybody on any teams, but we might as well look. Maybe a defensive team? Nope. Absolutely nothing. But Scottie Barnes is all-rookie first team. Beautiful sight to see. And David Johnson doesn't get any love on there. So let's go ahead and go to the stats real quick. Let's take a look and see how everyone did. So Siakam, 26.5, I guess, and 3.5. So can't argue with that. Very good numbers. Fred VanVleet puts up 20 points as well. Jared Allen actually had a very, very good year. 18.5 and 12. Very solid. Gary Trent actually bumped up into double digits. OG Anunoby is up to almost 12 points a game. Chris Boucher up to about 12 points a game. Malachi Flynn's at about 11.5. Scottie Barnes is only 8.5 and 4.5 and 4 assists with a steal and a block per game. But he is, shooting 43%, so honestly not terrible. And David Johnson, he's just kind of there, but it's whatever. So we are going up. We actually were the 2 seeds. Surprisingly, I don't really know how, but somehow we were the 2 seed. We're going up against Philadelphia, unfortunately. Could very well see us losing this first round, but I guess we'll have to see. Yeah, we get swept, and yeah, I can't say I'm too shocked there. Can't say I'm too shocked. The Celtics go on to win it all, and Jaylen Brown is your Finals MVP against the Pelicans. That's pretty crazy, honestly. So let's go ahead and go to the league meetings. Make sure nothing's on. So this just needs to be rejected. Go to the draft lottery. I don't know if we'll have a very good pick. We were a pretty solid team, so we don't have until the 27th pick. So maybe we can find someone from there. I really don't know. I'm going to go ahead and fire the CFO. Sign this guy instead. I'm going to sign this guy as the assistant GM. And I do want to try to bring in Sean Navarro for our trainer. So our CFO rejects. Why? Literally why? So there's that. I do want to get some new assistant coaches here. So I guess we'll try to go... I don't know. We could try to get... Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think Steven Silas would want to be an assistant coach, but we could try it. There's really not much. I guess we could try for Nate Tibbetts, whoever that is. So he does end up signing. So I guess we'll try it out this way. So we'll go to the draft here. We'll see kind of what we can get with that pick. I don't think it'll be anything too terribly good. But, maybe we can find an absolute steal here in the draft. So that's a draft and stash guy, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would definitely take him. This guy, ceiling is Derrick Rose, all NBA. I would love to see that, but I don't know. This guy has 6 badges. He has the ceiling of Steve Francis. He's got... So let's see, what badges... Oh, I can't even look. That's very unfortunate. What is his... what's his shot tendency, real quick? Can't even look at that. Thank you, Scout, for being absolutely terrible. I guess we could see here what's he got going on here. So he's a perimeter lockdown. He's got 2 badges. I don't know really what our team needs right now. Maybe it could use a piece off the bench. So yeah, we did end up bringing in this guy, Bill Barnes. He's probably not going to play for us, but you know, whatever. We are going to accept the option on here on Malachi Flynn. I think we're going to let David Johnson walk for now. He doesn't really get a whole lot of time anyway. So we'll go to the qualifying offer here. I guess Gary Trent still does have one more qualifying offer. So we'll try to offer it to him. I don't know if we'll be able to get him or not. So I guess we'll offer that to him. Oh, okay. I'm just an idiot. And then we'll try to get Chris Boucher as well. Chris Boucher does agree. They both agree. So we should be good. I don't really know what all we would really need. Obviously, we still have Van Fleet. We still have Siakam. So we have, here, let's count it out. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then maybe 9 somewhere in here. So we have at least a 9-man rotation. So I'm really not too worried about getting someone else this year. So I'm just going to sim through free agency. I'm going to go ahead and flip Scottie Barnes to the small forward position. It does bring him up to an 80, but so Jared Allen's up to an 87. Fred VanVleet stays the same. Siakam goes up to an 86. OG goes up to an 84. Scottie Barnes, he did take a huge jump because of me switching him to a small forward, so take that with a grain of salt. But Chris Boucher stays the same. Tony Bradley actually went up too, and then Malachi Flynn stayed the same. Elfrid Payton stayed the same, and then all of these guys don't really matter. So we'll go to the training camps here. Let's let's get some of our young guys even more developed. Of course, I'm wasting one of these, or not wasting, but I'm definitely using one of these on Scottie Barnes. Hopefully he can get up to an A here very shortly. He is kind of the guy that we're rebuilding around, of course, so we'll get Jared Allen up to an A+, and I guess we could go Chris Boucher. I'm fine with that. So we definitely didn't really make any upgrades, but I don't think we regressed at all. So I think what I'm going to do this year, I think I'm going to run it back one more year with Gary Trent Jr. at the 2, OG at the 3, Siakam at the 4, Jared Allen at the 5, and then have kind of go like this and give Scottie Barnes the 28 minutes. And I think I'm fine with this rotation. Maybe I'll do this. Yeah, I think we'll do something like this. I think that this is going to be fine. Just so that way Scottie Barnes is backing up OG. Chris Boucher is going to be backing up either Siakam or Jared Allen, whichever. And then we have Malachi Flynn to back up Fred VanVleet. And I do think his secondary position is shooting guard. No, it's not. So yeah, he's just going to be backing up Fred VanVleet. And then Tony Bradley's going to be taking all these backup center minutes. So, I mean, I'm happy with where we are. I think we're a very solid squad. So, honestly, I'm just going to sim till the end of the year, and I'll kind of see you guys there. So, overall, we did make a little bit of an improvement here. We are second in the power rankings, and I'm sure it's right behind the New Orleans Pelicans, especially in 2K. But we are first in the conference, so we definitely made a jump there. Zion is your MVP this year. Sharif Cooper wins Rookie of the Year. I thought he got drafted last year. He did. He got drafted in the 2021 season. So how? Maybe he just didn't play, and so now he's considered a rookie. But, all right, whatever. Kemba Walker wins 6th Man of the Year. Defense Player of the Year goes to Giannis. Most Improved goes to Kyrie Lewis Jr., which I love that. If you guys are OGs to the channel, you guys know I love Kyrie Lewis Jr. I think that he has a very bright future. So, Mike Malone, Coach of the Year, and Kyle Harper, Executive of the Year. So I'm sure that these are both for the Pelicans, but what do I know? So we'll see if the Raptors have anybody on any teams. Doesn't look like it. Defensive teams, Raptors, nothing. So definitely kind of kind of nerve-wracking. But, oh, it might have been, oh, it must have been Denver that was, holy crap. Wait, what was their record? What was their record? Hold on. Hold on. Sorry. I have to look at this. So it was the Denver Nuggets that were 67-15. But they literally have Jamal Murray, James Harden, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Jokic, with Jonas Valanciunas off the bench, Josh Richardson, Bol Bol, Monte Morris, and Zeke Naji. Yeah, that's a freaking squad. They deserve to be the first in the power rankings. I genuinely can't even be mad about that. How did they get Harden? So they had to have signed him this year. Was it a minimum? It was like a mid-level exception that they signed James Harden for. What? I gotta start trying to do that, because if I can pull off getting James Harden on a mid-level exception in a rebuild, it's freaking over. Like, that's ridiculous. Oh, whatever. We're going up against the Pistons, who are a team that I think has such a bright future. I love the Detroit Pistons so much. When it comes to like a rebuilding team, definitely one of my favorites. It is interesting that they brought in Colin Sexton. Did they sign him or did they just trade him? Looks like they might have just signed him. So then they have Killian Hayes coming off the bench. And they got Bridges. So they have Jeremy Grant off the bench too. Sekou starting. They brought back Blake Griffin. Why? They have Eric Bledsoe now. Saban Lee. Yeah, they're a solid team. I just don't think that they're developed enough to beat us yet. We do end up winning in 5. Of course, we're going up against Philly once again, who have made absolutely no changes, but they brought in a defensive center in Thomas Bryant. They bring in Alex Len, Chris Dunn. Was that Jaden Springer? Wait, hold on. Is that who that was? Yeah, Jaden Springer. You're joking, man. Yeah, this team has a lot. And we end up sweeping them. Wow. And the Celtics get Lonzo Ball? Seriously? That's a very interesting narrative. I think that it would truly be cool to see. Hold on. Sorry. I saw the glare up here and I was like, yeah, I need to fix that. So, it's an interesting narrative. Definitely. And they get Moses Brown. They keep Tristan Thompson. They get they keep Marcus Smart. So they get DeMarcus Cousins as like their 10th man. That's a very interesting concept. I don't know if it would work out, but we actually win in 6. Wow, I was not expecting that. And of course, we are going up against the Denver Nuggets, who, as I said, have Jamal Murray, James Harden, MPJ, Aaron Gordon, and Jokic. There's no shot we're winning this. Yeah, we lose in 5. Jokic is your Finals MVP. I can't even be mad about something like that. So we'll go to the league meetings. It's all rejected. I don't think we'll have a pick. Okay, we just have 29, I believe. So honestly, at this point in time, I'm probably just going to... I guess we'll sign Doc Rivers. Sure. I don't know if it's the best idea, but we'll go ahead and try to sign him. This guy has decent ratings, so I guess we'll sign them. And then for... Okay, well, I just wanted to view the candidates, but, that's fine. And I don't think we're going to get too much better in any of these aspects. So, I don't think I'm going to use this pick this year. I don't really foresee it being something that I would do, so I guess we will just go ahead and take... I wish we could get a future first for it. I don't know if we will or not, but it'll be 2 future seconds. I really could care less. So we will go ahead and send him to the end of the year, or send him to the end of the draft. There will really, by the time it would have got to 29, we would have gotten who? So a 70, a 71, 69, 71. So yeah, he would have been a project. So odds are we wouldn't have mattered anyway. So team and player options. Fred VanVleet declines his player option. That could definitely be an issue. That could most definitely be an issue. Wow. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do here. I would absolutely love to bring both of these guys back. Will they come back? I do not know. But I would love it. Come on, Fred. You know you want to come back. Okay, he does. So we're not gonna have any money. We just have a mid-level exception. But apparently, I should stick around just in case, because maybe out of the blue we can get freaking James Harden. So once we get through moratorium, we will have back Fred VanVleet. We'll have back Gary Trent Jr. So maybe we could use I don't even know. I don't know who this guy is. Did we draft him? Maybe. I honestly have no clue. I don't know why this guy's on here. So we still have Bill Barnes here. But I don't know. I don't really think we would need anything, in all honesty. So I guess let's just go ahead and go to the final day of the draft. Or not day of the draft. Day of the moratorium. Maybe we can steal like a really good player for a mid-level exception. I don't know. But because I see Chris Paul has no offers. Sure, Chris, come on over, man. We'll give you a contract for a 1 year. That's probably going to be the only one that I would want. Maybe we could try to get Cam Reddish, but he's restricted, so we could try shooting an offer at DeAndre Hunter. And they both want to come. Okay, so let's think about this. Actually, we'll just take Chris Paul. He's going to be the only player on our team pretty much getting worse. Everyone else just keeps getting better, including Bill Barnes, who we literally drafted, and he's not even really like that. So let's go to the training camps here. We'll go to untapped potentials, to a couple of our guys. We'll auto-generate the rookies here. We'll go untapped potential to, obviously, Scottie Barnes. Bring him up to an A, which is actually huge. We'll see if Jared Allen's an A+. He is. So let's go OG, and we could go Malachi Flynn. Sure. I know he turns into a stud in 2K, so we'll just go ahead and advance to the next season here. And now we have an interesting thing here, because obviously we have Chris Paul. So do we move Fred VanVleet back to the 2, let him do his thing there? Do we start Scottie Barnes in this final year? Do we keep him coming off the bench? Have a lot of decisions to make, but I think for now I'm just gonna run this rotation that we have. Chris Paul didn't. Wow, he really didn't do very well. So maybe Chris Paul's off the bench. Yeah, we'll bring Chris Paul off the bench. We'll honestly give Scottie Barnes. We'll make him the 6th man for now. We'll cut Chris Paul's minutes to 20. We could move, and then I'll move Malachi Flynn to the shooting guard position, just so that way he gets those backup shooting guard minutes instead of. There's a freaking gnat in here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that way he gets those backup shooting guard minutes. And honestly, I'm just going to sit him till the end of the year. This is the last year, but hopefully we can win in this last year. If we have to go up against Denver again, if they kept that same roster, we're not going to win. We should have won last year, but that's just such a stacked squad. There's no shot we're going to win. So I'll see you guys at the end of the year. Okay, I don't know where I went wrong, but apparently we were much worse. Maybe I shouldn't have signed Chris Paul. Maybe I should have just kept the same roster that we had. But I just figured bringing in a veteran is for just 20 minutes a night or whatever is not going to hurt. But it must have. So Luka does win MVP. This guy wins Rookie of the Year. Killian Hayes, 6th Man of the Year. Jonathan Isaac, Defensive Player of the Year. Most Improved, James Wiseman. Wes Unseld Jr., Coach of the Year. And Executive of the Year goes to Kyle Harper. So let's go ahead and take a look and see if we have anybody on any teams. I doubt it once again. Raptors. Nope, nothing. So I don't know, man. It's definitely not looking good. Let's take a look at the stats real quick. So Jared Allen is kind of our main guy now. Fred VanVleet did take a pretty big dip here. Well, I guess it's not big, but he dropped by 3 points per game. Chris Paul is just very average now. Gary Trent, he's still at about 12. Scottie Barnes, he's shooting a lot more efficient now. He's at 47%. But I don't know. It hasn't really worked out for us so far. OG is kind of at that same spot. Chris Boucher is taking another, dip in pretty much every category. So they do want to start Chris Paul. I guess I could just run it out and see how it's going to work. I don't think that's a good idea, but Cole Anthony, Markelle Fultz, Troy Brown Jr., Jonathan Isaac, and Wendell. Why wouldn't they start Suggs? Why wouldn't they start Franz Wagner? I do not know. But we do end up winning in 4. Wow. We're going up against the Celtics again, who they just keep getting better every year, man. They picked up Kevin Love as like their 8th man, and we actually won in 5. That's very shocking. So we're going up against the Knicks now, who have Derrick Rose, quickly, Kawhi, wow, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, Barrett off the bench. Oh my God, we're gonna lose. Oh, we actually sweep them. Okay. And apparently they did a much better job of rebuilding the Memphis Grizzlies than I did. They actually are in the finals. So their bench is not good. Xavier Tillman, Jaren Jackson Jr., of course, is becoming a monster. It's Desmond Bane. If you guys watched my Grizzlies rebuild, for whatever reason, Desmond Bane was mad, and he was just absolutely terrible for me. And so now he's turning up, and yeah, okay. So that makes sense. So, yeah, and we end up losing 5. I don't know, man. I don't know what more we could have done for this team. I tried to make it as realistic as possible. I tried to go ahead and, just make us to be a very solid squad. And now, unfortunately, we do end up losing. So, overall, I do think that getting Scottie Barnes was actually a really solid idea. It's just a matter of how the Raptors are truly going to use him. I guess he could technically play like a point guard position, but realistically, he doesn't have a very well-developed jump shot. So, how are they going to use him is just beyond me. Of course, he was in Florida State, where his numbers were a little bit lower than what he would have been on like a faster-paced offensive team. But I do think he has a lot of potential, has good size, can handle the basketball, very good vision. Overall, just a very, very solid player. So maybe in real life, the Raptors very well could win a championship again. I just couldn't do it here in 2K. 2K is never, exactly how it is in real life. So, with that being said, one of my next few videos is going to be the next biggest surprise in the draft for me was just Josh Giddey going to 6 to the Thunder, which was absolutely crazy. I did not see that coming at all. So we'll definitely be doing a rebuild with him. We'll also definitely be doing a Westbrook in Los Angeles rebuild as well. So let me know what you guys want to see next. If you guys did enjoy, please make sure you drop a like and subscribe. And turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Also, like I said, comment down below, how do you think your team did in the draft? But for now, this is King Center signing out. Peace.